All right, people, we got Pinball Designer version 7 is going to be coming tomorrow, I believe. I talked about it already. I got a new LCD screen, so I'm going to build out a new cabinet. That's going to be a full, final, complete cabinet. This is probably going to go to a local arcade or a couple of them. I'm going to finish out the Dumb and Dumber theme that I had, add some new inserts and some new shots and stuff. You saw the Misfits game, that's fully up and running. That's already off to the customer. He just called me today. He's been playing on it for about an hour. Some small hiccups between him messing some things up and I messed some things up. So we got together on the phone, figured it out. He's up and running, playing. He said he's very satisfied. So I'm gonna work with him. The code that he gave me, just kind of like the high level code that I programmed for him. It's not as fun. It's pretty hard. We both agree that his game is hard to kind of get along and get into modes and stuff. So he's gonna iterate on that. He is planning to show that at the Tarpon Tussle at the Replay Museum in Tarpon Springs by Tampa. There's about 60 players, I think, in that tournament. So if you're going to be in that, go check it out. What else? So this new release has got, basically I got 2 games running on the entire platform. So this goes through, plays 3 balls, ends the balls, got extra balls, multi-balls. All the code has been updating. There's new code features. So the whole game loop works. You can restart games. You can add multiplayer. What else? The circuit boards are running. I'm going to revise them here in the next couple weeks as I put out my timeline. So within the next couple months, I think at the end of 2 months from today, I should have circuit boards sold. You should even have a version maybe 7.5 or 8 of Pinball Designer with some new features. I'm going to start working on adding all the inserts here into like a 7.1 version or 7.3. So we'll get all the inserts cut out, all the vectorized data for them from the Pinball Life ones that you can buy. I still got to add some things like the up posts to lock the ball, like single lock posts. So yeah, we're iterating. Got a lot of stuff done though. I think we're close to another 100 features again. So we did 100 last time for about a year, and this time it's about 108 months or something. I'm not sure when the last release was. So yeah, we're moving along. It's still slow. Having a kid is kicking my ass still a little bit. I have my mother-in-law here, and she's honestly the only reason I'm getting anything done, because if I have to watch my daughter more, it's a nightmare to get anything done. Just a precursor to some other upcoming videos. So version 7 will come out. We'll make a video. I'm also going to do maybe a pinball talk after that. I've had a bunch of topics from November to talk about. Other interviews with other companies and just different topics in the industry and my thoughts about them. Also to announce that I am having a second kid in October. So I had posted on Pinside in my thread for Pinball Eternal, the death metal game, that hey, it's going to be like 2 to 5 years potentially before I get in a position to manufacture. Yeah, I didn't even know this at the time, right? So that was, I posted that, and then it was a couple months later, we found out that my wife is pregnant. So we found out in January. So we're gonna see, man. It's gonna play it by ear. I can't quit my day job. My day job pays quite a bit of money. So this is meant to be a side business for at least like a year or so. The whole Pinball Designer platform is to, get me some money. It also helps my credibility, because right now I have 2 people running my game. One's going to go to Chicago. I got another one that's going to go to Chicago. The one in Tarpon Springs this weekend, that's hopefully up and running and going. So every game I release through Homebrew just shows that my actual manufacturing will work. And when we're doing that and selling games around $4,000 or so, again, we'll get a price point at some point. I haven't run bill of materials in a couple years. Things have changed since COVID and everything. Wire for coils, if I build my own coils. I'm starting to get into metal fabrication. So I want to get my plasma cutter up. I want to finish my wire form bender. So that's kind of like what's coming after the next 1 to 2 months. Once the circuit boards are up for sale, it's about manufacturing, getting all the vectorized data to cut cabinets, getting the process down. What else? I'll probably have some custom shop games from there. So right now I know of about 3 customers that I've been talking with that are ready to go and get circuit boards and start playing. There's some out there as well that want custom shop games, but they're not in as much contact. So hopefully after this release we start hearing back more. But we should have, by the end of the year, a minimum of 6 games, hopefully up to 10 or 20. So that's kind of what I'm trying to do by the end of the year. Again, I don't have time to manufacture much. Finishing any of my game designs and stuff. We'll see where I can wiggle some room to cut the design I have for this game for game number 1, start installing stuff and shooting it. I think the design's pretty much done. The toys, there's only one that's complicated, but there's like 3 main shots that are 3 different toys. Once we get that rolling, I wanted to just play for maybe 6 months to a year, and then again, depending on how it goes with family life, it's just gonna probably sit on the shelf, and I might bring some people in to play test it here and there, and I'll just beat on it. So, you know, if I can play a game for a year that I own and I can get like 1,000 plays and I can track the hours, then, you know, it all goes towards me feeling good when I start launching and shipping games across the world, you know, because I can't go and, like these guys locally, I can't just go and start messing with components. I'm trying to bulletproof all of the stuff, so like circuit boards. Again, this guy just picked up the Misfits game, and he put his playfield in his cabinet, and when he finally put everything together, plugged in the USB cable, and then it got caught on some hinge, so when he lowered the playfield, it clipped the USB cable and it just pulled the whole cable out and it ripped the whole USB connector with it. So I'm gonna switch to a different USB connection, like a keyboard one that's big and fat. Also, if it pulls, it's just gonna come out. It doesn't have prongs that hook on, so it's not gonna rip anything out. So it's a little bit more robust. Just stuff like this happens, and now, you know, since I'm getting the new boards done, I'm trying to make everything as bulletproof as possible. I talked about it before. Someone commented about my crimps. Yeah, these next revisions are all going to be snap connectors. They're all going to be either logic level ones or they're going to be more high voltage ones. So they're going to be pretty much standard to what you see on everybody else's pinball machines. What else? Yeah, like I said, I'm going to be building a new cabinet here and hopefully getting a demo game pretty soon. That's it. I will see you guys probably tomorrow or so, whenever I can get an actual time to record a release video and go through all the features in Pinball Designer that I've implemented. But we are pretty close to like a 1.0 final release. Right now it runs games, and there's a few more features that I want to get in, a couple more components, and I'll get my bill of material stuff. So if you have a custom shop game, it tracks all the components. It's going to track on my end what I can build them for or where I can go buy them and get them, so I can track profit and stuff. So if you have a full game that you want done, I can know pretty much the cost I'm going to give to you and what I'm going to make on it. So it works pretty nice. If you've ever heard of Bubba Coos Burritos, there's a local guy. I've just gone in there a bunch of times and chatted with him, and he said his buddy's into pinball and stuff, and he had asked me about how I advertise my pinball machines and stuff, but I think it's a possibility I might get one in this burrito chain. It's kind of like Chipotle. It's a little bit smaller, I think. But I might put something that's themed for him inside of his shop, because he's a, what do you call it, like a franchise for that company. So maybe we'll put like a little taco truck and you hit some stuff. You got to collect the items and then get them in the truck and deliver them or something. Something simple, I don't know. Maybe get a little bit more lower budget and just drop it in there. They could charge for it or not, we'll see. But again, there's a bunch of avenues. There's a lot of people that want custom games, homebrew games. You'll see those start popping up. I think that's it. See you guys.